music. I have a bossa nova, Brazilian jazz playlist that I like to have in the background when I'm trading. It really kind of just helps things go smoothly for me. But let me not take up Alethea's time.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this to. Okay, here we go.
I have a bossa nova.
There, muted it. All right, so we are ready to go. All right, so thank you. Like Ty was saying, we're going to get into the markets. Welcome to all the people out there in YouTube land. Let me go over here so that if anybody joins us, then I'll be able to see. Hold on. My channel. There we go. All right, and I will leave Zoom. All right, perfect. And we do have someone's. Okay, yes. All right. So when it comes to trading, the first thing we got to do is check the news. And you were saying that things weren't looking so awesome today, Ty?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't in the mood to trade. And there were no news events when I did trade. I traded at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time this morning, and there were no news events at that time. There were going to be some coming up after 7 o'clock, I noticed.
Okay. All right, so forexfactory.com is where we go to check the news. That's first thing on the agenda. Let me copy that and paste it in the chat for anyone that may need it. There we go.
And I'll be right back. I'm just going off camera. I'm still here.
Okay, no problem. So there are 3 different colors that we pay attention to. Well, there are actually 4 colors. There's gray. The gray folder is when there's a bank holiday. That really doesn't affect anything as far as I've seen. So, but there is no holiday currently. But we see all 3 colors here. We have the red folder, which is high impact news. So if I'm going to be trading and I see a red folder, I'm going to stay away from whatever currency that is. We have the date here. We have the time of day. We have the currency and the folder, right? And it says 11:12 a.m. for me because I'm on Eastern Standard Time. You adjust it to whatever time zone you're in, right? Just make sure that you do that, right? And so red folder, we don't trade that. Orange folder, up to you. It's medium impact. You can or you cannot. If you are going to trade it, if you are a 1%er, you drop it down to 0.5%. Now, anybody that's brand new to trading, and we're doing binary options, let me just state that you want to trade 1%. You don't want to get risky. See, 1% is for that conservative trader, 2% moderate, and 3% is if you're an aggressive trader. But no need to be going all crazy when you're just starting. 3% is really ambitious. So 1%, let's live in 1% land. And if we have a news event, it's an orange folder, and you decide that you must trade it, drop that down to 0.5%. Now, with so many different currencies to choose from, you may decide that if there's a folder, you can just not trade that at all, whether it's red, orange, or yellow, which yellow is last one I'll talk about. That's low impact expected. So it may not even move the market at all. So, you know, you're going to be practicing, you're going to be taking trades, and over time, you'll decide what makes sense for you. What I know has made sense for me is that if there is an event on the US dollar, it somehow tends to affect everything. So if I see that there's a red folder, orange folder, yellow folder on the US dollar, and I was going to trade, say, at 9 a.m. or 6 p.m., I just won't bother for that hour. I'll just be like, oh, okay, well, let me close that laptop and go do something else. You know, nothing wrong with that. Market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So you can come back at another time. So now we're in the 11 o'clock hour and we see that there's a yellow folder on the US dollar. So being that it's a yellow folder, it's not really going to be a deterrent for me. Now, there are other people like Ty, for instance, if there's a folder, she's just not going to look at that. She'll do gray, but if it's red, yellow, orange, any currency that has any news whatsoever, she's just not going to be bothered with that because there are other currencies to choose from.
If
So
it's not gray, stay away.
Oh, not gray, stay away. Right. So, so this is where we come to figure out what we're not going to trade. So to figure out what we will trade, I want to take a look now at the currency strength meter. So I will go here and I'm going to look at finviz.com and that's going to give me the volume. You know, we want a lot of volume. I'm going to select Forex. And then I'll be looking down here. I like how this is looking. Like I can see green, I can see red. That looks great to me, right? So when looking at this, the currency to the far left is the strongest currency right now. The one furthest right is the weakest. So, you know, and everything in between, gradually from strongest to weakest. Now, I always love to look at things with the greatest amount of separation. Like that's really good. It gives me a sense of a higher probability of clearing a trade. So this is a site that I use. There's another site that you can look at, lifecharts.co.uk. So it shows you the currency strength in bars. And interesting, looking here, it says that JPY is the strongest. But here, GBP has the greater volume. Yeah, interesting. I tend to use Finviz more so than lifecharts.co. This gives it to you in bars. You count the bars. The one with the most bars is the greatest strength, but it doesn't tell you exactly how much. You know, this gives it to you in percentage. I'll drop both. So
I'll drop the link, Alethea. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So looking here, now I'll decide what to trade. So I would say I always like to look at UJ and Euro USD. So when the first currency is stronger than the second currency, we're looking for potential upward movement. So we're looking for calls, we're looking for bullish movement, we're looking to buy the market, right? When one is weaker than two, when the base currency is weaker than the quote currency, we are looking to sell, right? So if the first currency falls to the left, second, of course, is going to be on the right. We know that we're going to buy. If the first currency falls to the right side, second currency to the left side, we know we're going to sell. So quickest example I can do, AUD USD, first currency is to the right. So we know we're going to sell. We know it's a bearish momentum. We know price is going down. We know it's a put, right? And GBP USD, that is where the first currency is on the left, second currency on the right. So we know that we're going to look for bullish momentum. We're looking for price to go up, we're looking to buy the market. Everybody understand that so far? Silence means yes. Okay.
Yes, yes, we
Perfect.
understand.
Silence means yes. All right. So before we get into the analysis, let me help you set up a broker. Anybody that's new to this and wants to follow along, so you don't have to just watch us. I'll help you with setting up a broker so that you can take some trades alongside us with some monopoly money, you know? Spend that money. So we go to pocketoption.com and it should look like this for you with that lovely island. Who wants to buy an island? Get away from the madness in the world.
Mhm.
So to get an account, you can do it in 3 ways. You can log in using your Facebook credentials, your Google credentials, or you can use your email address and create a password and do it that way. Now, if you think that you will be using this broker for your real money, you know, for live trading, I would recommend that you create your own password, not rely on login credentials you have for Facebook and Google, because we've seen things happen with those sites, right? Well, Facebook at least, we've seen stuff happen, right? So on the registration, go ahead and get yourself set up and I will log in and you join me over here. First, I gotta say I'm not a robot. You think they have robots that can check the I'm not a robot box?
I don't know. You said I gotta say I'm not a robot. You didn't say you weren't one. So I don't know.
Hey, hey.
Sounds suspicious to me.
When you log in, things are going to look like this. You'll have candles. Green candles are bullish candles, meaning price goes up. Red candles bearish, mean price is going down, right? And you may have stocks here as opposed to a currency pair. So you just click this box and it should be on stocks. You're going to select currencies. You can trade different things, currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks, indices. We're going to be looking at currencies. So you want to make sure currencies is selected. Also, when you log in, it's here based on highest payout percentage. If you enter a trade with the euro and the rube, it's a 92% payout to the least. USD CAD is paying out 49%. Now, I prefer to have it alphabetical so that when I need to find a currency pair, hey, I learned the alphabet long time ago and I have never forgotten. So
Hey.
comes in handy, right? So we have it like that. Next, we want to change it from candles. Well, I personally, you do what you want, but for me, I like to have it on the line chart and I'm going to toggle it to the right here. So I'll have the area. And so this is how I'm going to trade. So let's do a demo trade really quick. All right. So let's see. Let's call on somebody. Let's see who is here. All right. Brian, you can unmute yourself or you can type in the chat. Looking at this, do you think price is going to continue moving up or moving down in 1 minute?
It looks like it should go up.
Okay, so I'm gonna press that green button.
Well, you're supposed to done it
Go
before
up.
that.
What? I hit
said
it
you-
when you said up. So all we need is for price to stay above this green line by expiration. Brian's gonna owe me some money if it falls below. Or
Send him that cash app.
Yes.
Mhm.
So that's basically what you need to do. You're gonna enter the trade. If you think it's going up, you hit that green button, has that arrow pointing up. If you think price is going down, you hit that red button with that arrow pointing down. And it just needs to stay above the line by expiration. Is it gonna come back up? Will it? Oh my. The suspense.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's how you enter a trade. So there are four things you're going to listen for when you're entering the trade. You want to listen for the currency pair. So if I say, oh, we're going to get into Euro USD, you're going to come here and Euro, that starts with an E. So E, Euro USD, you select that. So that's the first thing. Currency pair, time frame. Using this broker, I'm always going to be doing 5 minutes. So you're going to select M1 here and you select M5. Click outside the box. I'm always going to do 5-minute trades in this particular broker, right? And when you create this account, they'll give you 1,000 demo dollars. So remember, I said you only risk 1%. So you will risk $10. So under the amount, you can select $10 there, right? So you're going to get the currency pair. You're going to have the time frame, the strike price. When we're getting into a trade, I'll do the analysis and then I'll say, okay, XYZ or higher. In this instance, I may say 061 or higher.
Excuse me, Alethea. I'm looking at Chef JPY for bearish trade ideas on DeLorean. I just cleared 2, and I'll wait for the candle to close to call out the next price. But I'll be using anywhere between the yellow line and open candle price. For this particular session, you all, I'm trying 3 minutes. I've been having success with that, and it might give everyone a chance to enter more trade ideas with this if you decide to. So I have 2 minutes till candle close, and I'll call out something else if the stochastic is still looking good.
Okay, awesome. So she just called out the currency pair, which is CHF JPY. So you see, I went and I selected it. She told us the time frame, 3 minutes. I'm still gonna leave mine on 5 minutes, right? And she's going to give us the price as soon as the 2 minutes have expired. Wow, look at that. I'm gonna hit that right now.
Mhm.
Oh, it's still going. Wow.
Mhm.
She's gonna give the price as soon as the 2 minutes have expired. And she said it's a bearish movement. So that means to the south side. Bearish means you're gonna hit that red button. So once she gives that trade idea, it's going to be you're gonna hit that red button. She says the price, say she says 141, it's gonna be or higher, right? When you're
Mhm.
looking for a downward move, you want to get in at whatever the price is or a higher price. If it's an upward movement, if it's bullish and it's going up, you want to get in at that price or lower, right? So now I'm gonna go back here to Finviz, and that's where I will decide on Alethea B. So, oh wow, look at that. So JPY is now here. They played a little bit of musical chairs, and this is exactly why I like Finviz, because it's constantly updating in real time, whereas lifecharts.co, you need to hit the refresh.
Okay, if you can get in at 248 or higher, for Chef JPY, it kind of did a big jump when that new candle opened. But 248 to 261, 261 is yellow line.
248.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it did a big jump, like as
A
soon
ways
as the
away
candle
from
opened.
that right now.
I know.
All right, so I expire at this line right here. Let's see if it's
Oh,
gonna.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I moved my mouse. It did do a big jump. It's 130 or higher, 130 to 132. My bad. I just moved, I scooted my mouse over when I
Okay,
when
so
I went to the fair.
what's the price?
Oh,
132?
yeah, 132 is yellow line, 130 is open candle.
Okay,
So
so
if you get that pull back.
chef. 132.
Oh, I'm sorry. I could have typed that in there.
Okay. Sure is moving a lot.
It is. And now the stochastic is looking real weird.
All right, so I'm going to look at USD JPY. And since USD is to the right of JPY, that's going to be bearish. So I'm going to be analyzing, looking for price to go down. And I'm going to be doing the analysis on TradingView. Now that's a free site. There's a paid version if you want added features, but we're gonna use the free version today. And I'll also be using Hourglass, which is a software from the academy that I learned to trade from. I'm still learning. Talking like, oh, hey, Naturally Nakaya.
Oh, I didn't even
For
see your name.
joining us. She's in YouTube land with us.
Oh, okay. Hey, Nicole.
Yes, yes. All right. So, and I'm very weird. I like to have things the way I like to have them. So I'm positioning it the way I like. All right. So, oh, look, it came right up. It came right up. Still waiting to clear.
Okay, I just cleared my 137 entry.
Okay. Did anybody get in when it came up to 132 or higher? Because entry
And that
point
was a
came.
2-minute. That was a 2-minute for
Okay.
me. And I'm in at 134, about to clear my 3-minute entry.
Okay, awesome. Um, so nobody got in?
I don't care. I just cleared 134.
I got in, but I had gotten in on the number you gave first. I hit the wrong one, but hopefully I clear it.
Okay, how long are you in? You should be in profit.
But what number did she call for? She called
130 or 132?
No, she made a mistake, but she was like 250, whatever. And I was looking at the last two.
Oh,
She had said 250, whatever. But either way, I have
but
2
never
minutes.
even came all the way up there. The highest it came is
yeah,
38. So
No, I was looking at the last 2 digits.
the last
Sometimes
two,
on
not the.
platinum, I know you look at the last 3, but on platinum options.
Oh, platinum options is weird.
Numbers,
When there's a 0, it's
yeah,
like,
it'd be an
yeah.
issue. Yeah, so I
oh,
think it was one of those things again. I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's what it is. But anyway,
oh.
hopefully I clear. It's over at 11:34. Wait, 11:35. So let's see.
Nice. Okay.
It's a long one. Let's see.
So USD JPY, we're looking for bearish move. So, minutes. Oh, it's okay. So it needs to come down here. Let's see if it's gonna pull up before it goes down. Don't start this now.
127 to 134 is a new candle price if y'all want to do DeLorean
127.
to
Or
134. Yeah. I'm in profit on 127 right now. And I took a 1 and a 3.
Are you doing 2 minutes?
I'm doing 1 and 3. I did a 2-minute on the first one by accident. I meant to do 3, but it
Okay.
did clear. So I cleared my 1 by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And so I'm waiting on the 3-minute entry to clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just
But
cleared
it's in
that.
profit.
Okay.
Okay.
That was with rollover though. Yeah.
What are you
All right.
doing? 1-minute trades?
No, it was a 3-minute trade.
Oh, the first one.
Mhm.
That's right. Because that was long. That was a long time.
Okay, Nakaya says she hit her target for the day before she hit the highway, so
All right.
that is awesome. So right now, what I'm looking at, since it's gone below this level, this is a floor, so I want it to close below, if it will.
Mhm.
Since if it doesn't close below, then I need the entry up here. If it closes below here, then I'd look for the entry here. There are 2 minutes, roughly 3 minutes to go. So depending on how the candle closes for UJ, the entry price is going to be different. So I can't give a price right now. But let us take a look at another thing. Let's look at AUD USD. All right. So, not that. AUD USD. All right. And that's also for bearish momentum. See, it's bearish, price is going down, downward trend.
And I cleared my second one at the last second.
Nice.
It went out of profit for a minute, but it did clear my 3-minute.
Nice, nice, very nice.
All green bubbles. No.
Right.
Okay, and I'll type yours in.
Okay, so it's at a level right here.
Oh, hey, Nisi, I didn't know you were in here either. Nisi and Nakaya are here.
All right, let's look at what Hourglass has. It's saying put, but it's not up here by the red, and that's what I see that I need. I need it to pull up here. So AUD USD, I actually would be looking for it to pull up to 743 for me to take an entry. It looks far away. Set an alert. AUD USD for a bearish move, 743 or higher. Dancing around in there.
Chef JPY 126 or higher.
All right, so Mhm. Right, that's that one. Go back to that. Okay, so since UJ closed below, yes, make sure.
Wow, JPY is really dropping.
Mhm.
It's far away from the entry point that I gave, but you all know if you trade DeLorean, like the entry price trades throughout the movement of the 5-minute candle. So right now, even the yellow line has moved way below my 126 or higher entry. Yellow line is at 113 now. So there's a lot of movement in that candle. So with me, for this, I'm just calling out what I see at the open of a candle. But you know, when you're trading it, just keep your eye on your trading view, because you'll get several opportunities for entries when your trade is in a trending pair and the market's moving in the direction you need to go. You'll have a lot of opportunities for trades. But I just cleared my 126 on 3 minutes.
Nice. Okay, UJ, I would say 541 or higher if it pulls up.
That's UJ 549 or higher. Is that what you said?
541.
541. Okay, I'm typing it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, right here. So there are two things I've called out. And we just have to wait and see if it comes. AU seems like it wants to not.
Mhm. And like you said, patience is the name of the game.
So while we're waiting on those things to come, I'll just give a quick lesson. So the market moves in three ways. It moves up, that's an uptrend. And in moving up, it doesn't necessarily just move up a straight line like that. It actually moves like this in moving up, right? And so what we tend to do is we want to get in the pullback. So it's either we're getting in here, we're not getting in here, we're waiting for the pullback, and we're going to get in, right? Let's go again. So every time, oh, what is going on? What is going on? Oh, it's because price is moving. Okay.
And when you're done, I don't mind sharing my screen to show how it is that I enter my trades,
Okay.
if you want.
Sure, sure. Alright, so moves up, down, up. Let's go again. Down, up, down. Okay. So this is an uptrend, but it's not going. It's not going.
Hi, Marcus Bay. Marcus Baby. Are you new here? Baby.
Oh yeah, I just let him in. I should have made you co-host.
It's okay.
See. More. There we go. There we go. All right. So in an uptrend, there are always going to be higher highs and higher lows. So starts here, higher high, pulls down, but it's a higher low because it's still higher than the bottom here. Then higher high, it's higher than this. Higher low, it's higher than this. Higher high, higher low. That's the uptrend, right? I am having trouble navigating this thing, but in a downtrend,
My dog is dreaming. He's barking in his sleep if y'all hear noise.
is that what's happening? In a downtrend, oh,
I guess he caught it, whatever it was.
oh, thank goodness. Happy for him. So in a downtrend, it's the reverse. Lower high, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So I know that it's been a really popular thing now, the trading. You see people talking about it on social media and they're like, buy the dip, buy the dip. This is the dip that they're talking about. This area here or this area here. The pullback. Every time there's the pullback, that's another opportunity to jump in the market for the continuation, right? So that's the uptrend, this is the downtrend. And the market also trends, no, the market also moves a third way, and that's consolidation. With consolidation, it's neither really has a definite uptrend or downtrend. It's just bouncing around in the middle. And this is what it looks like. It's just going here, going here, going here. It's not breaking through, you know, it's just bouncing up and down. So when it's in consolidation, you can both buy and sell. When it's an uptrend, you only want to be taking up trades when you're new. There are people who trade against the trend, but when you're just learning to trade, the trend is your friend. So whatever direction the market is going in, that's the direction that you want to be taking your trade. So in an uptrend, you only want to be taking calls, buys, bullish momentum trades. Downtrend, sells, put, bearish momentum trades. All those words refer to the same thing, right? In consolidation, you can enter a trade, bullish, buy, call here, and you clear going up. And then when it hits here, you can enter a bearish, sell, put, going down. So you buy the market, you sell the market. You buy the market, you sell the market, right?
Mm.
Just like that. I have an alert set. Where did I have it set? Oh, so UJ, it just went, it broke right through. All right, so we need a pullback, a major pullback. It's got, well, but now that it's way oversold, when you're new, you want to trade the trend. But yeah, it's really oversold here
Mm-hmm.
on the 15. It's still 468 or higher. We'll keep it at that. AUD USD. You know, I may take 680 for the south side because of this over here. AUD USD. So I'm gonna go here. I'm going to select AUD USD. And I'm going to wait to see it come up to 680. That's 670, 669. So I'm just waiting for it to come up to 680. And I'm gonna take a 5-minute trade on that, if it will come up. AUD USD.
I got it. I just put it in.
Okay. Yeah, because see, it's almost at the red here. So we just needed to pull up to 680 and I'll get into this trade. On Hourglass, the confirmations, we need the red arrow. It's at a level of resistance, and the stochastic is at red. We need the RSI to be at red as well. It's at 680 here. Oh, it's at 677. So just a little bit more. You can do it for me. 78. I know some people may have gotten in 679.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of you got in.
Who's in?
All right, so I just got in at 680. It's 680 or higher. So I'm in. Wow. Don't do me like that.
Mm.
Well, this says it needs to come up a teeny weeny little bit more, but it's gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go down. So trading view alongside Hourglass, it's a great combination. I love it. Okay, so there we go. Now we're out. Did anybody get any higher entries in? Is it 680 or higher?
Yeah, I got 686.
Nice,
And I
nice.
have
Okay.
679 as well, so I'm waiting.
Okay, awesome. All right, so now we just needed to drop. And this is the last trade we're going to take. Wow. Let's see. It's not doing it like it's my bidet.
Baby. Do you want me to switch over while y'all wait for your trade to close, or do you want to watch it close on screen?
Oh no, you can show us how you get into the market. Let me,
Actually, right now is a perfect time for me to show when I get out and why I get out.
okay.
So let me share my trading view. There we go. Okay, are y'all able to see my trading view screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is where we were trading. I just went 5-0 on our trades. And what I was looking for, so Alethea, the first pair you called out, what was it? Was it AUD, USD at the very beginning of the session because the currencies were the furthest apart?
I think it was GBP AUD, I think was further.
It was an AUD. Okay, well, anyway, whichever pair it was, I did look at it, and it was set up for DeLorean. But what I didn't like was that, are y'all able to see my cursor as well? Are y'all? I don't know if you can, but anyway, as far as where
Yeah.
it was on the stochastic, it was around this 50 area. So it was going down, and I knew that it had a little ways to go. What I really prefer to do is when I'm taking DeLorean trades, I like for it to, if I'm taking trades that are going down, I like for it to, this little stochastic cross up that I'm looking for, I like for that to be up here in the over bought area if I'm going down, right? So I want it to start here, and then, because look, it's almost always going to give you a nice little run so that you can get your trades in. And so for those of you who trade with us who are in Alethea's building blocks group, when I'm posting at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, saying I just went 7-0 or I just went 6-1, it's because I was able to get a run that's set up like this. And so I like to take it all the way down until it gets, when I see the lines reaching this 20, getting down into the oversold area, when I'm taking sells, then I like to quit because I know that there's nothing for it to do but go up. So if I'm taking bearish trade ideas, then I know that at some point down here, I'm going to lose. So I might take one more as it's touching here, but this is where these last two candles, it's been going up. So most likely, if I had taken these trades, if we had taken these trade ideas, we would have lost, most likely. On the vice versa, if I'm to end, obviously you want to have your yellow, red HEB on top of your candles. And then, so obviously for the reverse, if I'm taking bullish ideas, I want to start down here. I would like to see the stochastic cross up right here in the oversold area so that I can just stay on this pair and then just ride it all the way up. Eventually, it might come all the way up to here, it might not. That's when, if it doesn't come all the way up, you see that this is where the stochastic cross, we got a big red candle. I would have been looking for it to go up, it went down. And you probably lose the trade, and that's how you end up 6-1, 7-1, or whatever, waiting for it to happen. But this is what I do. So I could have taken the first pair that Alethea called because it's, of course, it's always set up for markups, but it happened to be set up for a DeLorean, but it was in the middle. We might have been able to get one trade, maybe 2, 3, maybe, but I like for it to start, if I'm taking bearish ideas, I want to start as high up as possible. This is the pair that gave me the separation and volume that I needed. It wasn't the farthest apart. There were probably 3 currencies in between these two, and it let me take it down. And so that's how I do it. That way you're not skipping around looking from pair to pair. It takes a little bit more time in the beginning because you're looking for the right setup, you're waiting for the right setup. But once you have it, you're just hitting the same button over and over until you see that it's going the opposite direction. So that's my helpful hint. And that's how I'm able to get one pair done and get my percentage for the day, and I can close my main account. I'm able to close my main account after this session. Like I said, I took one trade before we started this morning at 6, and then I just took these with y'all. I'm done. And so it can be that way. Alethea is a more skilled trader than I am. She knows how to do more than one thing. This is the only thing that I can do on my own. What Alethea is teaching us is something that I'm working on. I'm having some success with it, but this is my go-to because I'd rather not mark up charts. I'd rather wait for a setup than wait for an entry. So it's all up to you. And I know that there are other ways to do things as well, but Alethea is encouraging me to have more than one trick in my bag. So I'm learning how to do other things. But for now, this, whether I know how to do 2 other things or no other things, this is helping me to get paid. So for now, sticking with this, that's just a helpful hint that hopefully you all can use when you're going to take DeLoreans. Just look to start all the way up or all the way in the opposite direction of the way that you want to go. Just ride the thing on down or ride the thing on up. You will likely have some success with that. But as you can see, I told you I cleared 5 trades just now. And we had all these candles. Once we got the yellow crossing over the red, we've just been writing it down, right? And then we can look and see once the stochastic crossed up here, we have it going up. And so this is the time that you want to get out. It might not go all the way down into the oversold area, but we know to look at the stochastic. And there were times, obviously, this is what I told Alethea yesterday that I don't like, is that the past stochastic is not a true representation of what actually happened, because we would have that these 2 lines touching each other a lot more. We saw that there, the trade went out of profit for a little bit before I cleared it. And so a lot of, I have
AUD USD triggered the price that I had said 743 or higher.
Okay, y'all.
If anybody wants to jump in, it's at 739 right now for the south side. AUD USD.
So there y'all have that. And that's what I was saying. I thought that it was AUD USD. And so it was set up for you. And then it was set up for me too, but just not where I wanted it. So just again, something to keep in mind, these cleared, and you can look at your stochastic and you can see for yourself, but there were times when the stochastic was touching and the trade went out of profit. But again, that's where that 3 minutes comes into play. When I do my own trading, I typically do 1 minute, but during this session, I'm going to do 3 minutes. That gives your trade time to get the stochastic to straighten out and to go back in the direction of the trade. Just because the candle starts, let's say up here, it doesn't mean that it just stays there and goes down continuously the whole time. We know that. It'll have a little bit of wick. It might go up and then come back down. And, then obviously we see that it closed here, but it didn't there's a lot of movement in there. And so having that 3 minutes, that does give you time for it to straighten out if it's got that momentum in the direction that you're hoping to go. So that's all. Hopefully that helps everybody just clear a few more trades on their own when we're trading on our own. And I'll stop my share.
Okay.
Awesome, Nisi.
Okay. So I took it in my other broker. So that's the price that I was waiting for up here. But Hourglass had confirmed lower. So I was like, oh, okay, let's take one down there. But yeah.
Hey.
So I'm waiting. Don't fail me now.
looks good, like they say, it ain't never to the fat lady sing, but it looks good from here.
Mm-hmm.
You're in for 3 minutes, right? Yeah, that's just 3 minutes. Stop playing.
I said,
Stop playing.
Don't fail me now. Okay.
Hey.
There we go. All right. So, the difference between people who are successful and the people who are just going through the motions and not really achieving is having a plan. And when it comes to trading, you also need to have a plan if you want to have some success. Or you can just be stuck in the same spot thinking that you're doing something, but you're never actually really moving, right? So to have a trading plan, I use a compound calculator. It's compounddaily.org, right? And it's going to calculate the interest for you on a daily basis. And, you know, interest is something that I think is so important. If you understand interest, you can make so much money. If you don't understand interest, you're going to lose a lot of money because you're just going to be paying without even realizing it. Think student loans, think credit cards, think, oh, okay, all right. Think student loans, think credit cards, you know, that is you paying out interest and not doing it efficiently. A lot of people, what do they do when it comes to paying credit card bills? You just make the minimum payments, right? And you make the payments on time for those who want to be doing the right thing. They want you to do that because it keeps you in debt for longer. No, you need to pay more than that, right? But we don't understand that. They don't teach you about interest. But let me teach you something about compound interest, which if you don't take anything else away from this, take this and, you know, you're welcome. I say you're
See,
welcome.
Jamel.
Take care, Jamel. So say we start an account with $100 and we want to plant this seed, this $100 seed, and we're gonna let that grow, right? Let's say we want to grow it by 8% every day. And let's do that for 60 days. That's 2 months. And for those 2 months, we're not gonna take anything out. We're just gonna leave that money in there, right? And I already stated the market is open 5 days a week. So no weekends. That's actually going to grow to over $10,000 in 2 months. Now, I know that if I put $100 in a checking or savings account, I definitely cannot expect to see $10,000 in a couple months. I can expect to see less than that because they're going to charge me for not having enough of a minimum balance, right? That's how this thing works nowadays, right? So let me just state right off the bat that past performance doesn't guarantee future results. This is a calculator, so it's perfect math. We're humans, so we're not going to be perfect, you know. But if we miss the mark and land on 50%, you know, they say aim for the moon and land, no, aim for the stars, land on the moon, something like that. You know, aim high. When you fall short, it still will be something awesome. So if you made $5,000 in 2 months, could you be okay with that? Because I definitely could be okay with that. But, you know, knowing what I know, I put $100 in the bank, I'm not going to make that. I couldn't wrap my brain around this. So I needed a breakdown. So let's go ahead and break this on down. Day one, 8% of $100 is $8. So on the first day, you just need to make $8 and then you're done trading. Now, remember earlier I stated that you're not going to risk more than 1% on any one trade. So you're going to risk $1 and you trade $1 as many times as it takes to hit that $8. And also, I know you're thinking, $8? I came on here to learn how to trade. Trading, you're supposed to make thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions. It starts on the ground floor and you work your way up. Think about it in terms of the percentage that you'll make, not in terms of the dollar amount. Because where else can you go and make 8% on your money? Like a checking or savings account, I think you make like 0.0025, something crazy like that, less than 1%. And that's not in a day, that's the whole year. You won't even make that, right? So think in terms of the percentage that you can make, 8%. And then you'll know that this is amazing. Now let's fast forward to day 30. Here, still 8%, but the power of compound interest has 8% looking like $74.54 now. Same thing. It's just following a plan. You know what your goal is for the day. You hit your goal, you stop. There's another time you stop when, if you're not hitting your goal, if you find yourself going to the left side, if you take, say, a 4% lesson, you stop trading as well. All right. Now, on the last day, 8% is $750.04. Does 8% seem okay now? See, this is starting out with $100. You decide on how much you want to start your account with. So your 8% can look different, It's all in what you put into it. But starting with $100 to make 10,000 in just 2 months, that is phenomenal. To make 5,000 is phenomenal. So just wanted to share that little tidbit with you as well. So you learn the skill, but what do you do with the skill? You apply it and you have goals. And by following your trading plan, you'll be able to hit these goals. And then once you hit goals, then you'll have more goals. What do you do once you hit your goal? You find some more goals and go goals. Before you know it, we're all getting one of them islands we saw on Pocket Option, right?
Amen.
Can I come
That's
to
what's
your
up.
island?
Oh, absolutely. I need to win a few more trades, but yeah.
Okay.
You already know.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for today. Anybody who is interested after having seen this overview, you want to trade with us, just feel free to get back with the person that invited you on this call. I'm going to drop my email, Alethea502 at gmail.com. If you're watching this from YouTube, you can send me a comment. My info is in my description box. You can reach out to me and yeah, we can take it from there. All right. So you have a great day, Nisi.
Thank you for coming,
Everybody.
Nisi.
Yes.
Everybody.
Do you have any closing words for us, Ty?
No, I just appreciate a great educational session. Nice to clear a few trades with the team and anybody else who was watching, and see you later in YouTube land. Thank y'all for coming.
Bye, guys.